guys, in last session we discussed some basic study about the vectors. In today's session we are going to discuss about the sum of the different vectors. Okay, let's start with the first one. So sum of the vectors. So simple one. See what here we are just follow some step. So step number one, how we are just find the sum. Okay, arrange the tail of second vector on the head of first vector, then tail of third vector on the head of second vector, and so on. We are arranged. So suppose consider you have a different vectors. Consider that's vector A, B, C, D, and so on. Okay, you want to finding out the sum of this all. So arrange the all these four vectors in this format. See, so first vector is like this as it is A. Now arrange the B, means second vector. Arrange the tail of a second vector on the head of the first vector, means arrange the B in this way. See, so B is like this, so that's one is a B. And similarly say you just repeating this for the third vector also. So C arrange in the on this B like this, because C is so like this one, means we are displacing this vector parallel to itself. Okay, and D is arranged on this one. So let's D is what, suppose D is like this. So this is the different vectors. Now what is the resultant? So resultant is what? See, step number 2, resultant vector is equal to resultant displacement. So what is this initial point? So this point is the initial point and this point is a final point. Or resultant vector is join the first vector tail. Join the first vector tail, that's the I for us. Okay, and last vector head, that is the F for us. So if you have to finding out this one, then this is resultant for us. This is what? Resultant. Suppose it is R, then we find here R is equal to vector A plus vector B plus vector C plus vector D by this way. So this is the standard method to finding out the resultant vector for the given one. Okay, so resultant means what? This initial point, you just join the initial point and final point. Okay, this initial point means what? First vector tail, and the final point means what? Last vector head. So that is actually resultant displacement. See, this green arrow, this resultant one is just gives us displacement from initial point to final point. That is our path. This one is our path. Okay, and that is our displacement. So by this way we just getting the answer. Okay, so this is the one method to finding out the sum of this different vectors. Okay, so you just note it, then after we are go to this next one. Okay, note it. Let's see second one, sum of the two vectors. That is a very important theory, and we use this theory in the to solve out the number of problems based on the vectors. Okay, let's we just solve out this one. Suppose you have a two vectors. Let's consider that's vector A, and the second vector is somewhere here. Suppose this vector is B. You want to finding out the sum. You want to finding out the sum of these two vectors. So follows this rule. Step number 1, arrange the whole vector as per the step number 1. So A is as it is, so A is somewhere here. Okay, and thus B is arranged. Let's consider, suppose angle between them is what? Theta. Angle between the A and B is what? Suppose theta. Let's write down here theta. So arrange the B on the A. Arrange the B on the A without changes direction. Okay, so B is like this, so that is what actually B. And what is the angle? So angle is theta. Angle is what? Between A and B, theta, as we know. Okay, here it is given. So we have to finding out the resultant vector of the two vectors. Resultant vector of the two summation of the two vectors. So resultant means what? First vector tail. So first vector tail, and last vector head. So last vector head. You join these 2 points. So this one is gives us resultant. So that's what R. So how we just getting answer? See, resultant of two vector R is equal to A plus B. So this is the one method to represent it. Okay, but what is this magnitude? How we find the magnitude? So let's see, find the first thing of this one, magnitude of resultant. Magnitude of R. That is the first case. Find the magnitude of R. So what we are doing, see, you just arrange this vector in this way. So you just draw one straight line over here. you just drawing a one straight line over here. So here what is this perpendicular, you just give some names to this one. Suppose let's say I just gives this point is known as a O, then this is X, Y and Z. You just gives any name to the sphere. Okay, so that's X, Y, Z. So if you consider this O, Y, Z, that is a right angle triangle. See, O, Y, Z, this is right angle triangle. So this R is a hypotenuse for this. So ZY is a opponent side and this one is a adjacent side. So use the Pythagoras rule to get this answer of R. So magnitude of R is what? R square is equal to OY square plus YZ square. So for this purpose you are just using this triangle for more one understanding. See this one. So you use this XYZ triangle. XYZ triangle. So this side is a B. It is a hypotenuse of this XYZ. So that one is theta. So opponent side of theta is what? Sine, and adjacent side of theta is what? Cos. So this is represents as a B sine theta, and this is represents as a B cos theta. Okay. Here XY is equal to what? B cos theta, and YZ is equal to what? B sine theta. So find, just put this all this value into this equation. So what do you get? See, OY means what? OX plus XY whole square plus YZ square. So what is R? So R is equal to under root, because you just take under root. OX, what is OX? OX means A. What is OX? See, OX is equal to what? A. So right here OX is equal to A in magnitude. Okay, so A plus XY. XY is what? B cos theta. So B cos theta square plus YZ. YZ is a B sin theta. So plus B sin theta square. You just take some simplification. So what is our answer? Under root A plus B whole square. So S square plus B square plus 2AB. So S square plus B square cos square theta plus 2AB cos theta plus B square sin square theta. Here I am using this rule. Okay, A plus B whole square, then S square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So here first term is what? A. So A square. Second term is what? B cos theta. So B square cos square theta. Then 2 into first term into second term. So 2 into A into B cos theta, and B sin theta square is a B square sin square theta. You just concentrate on these two terms. See, this term and this term. See, B square cos square theta plus B square sin square theta. You just take a B square common out. So what is your answer? So R is equal to under root A square plus B square common out. So cos square theta plus sin square theta, and plus then what remaining term? 2AB cos theta. So 2AB cos theta. That's one. Okay. So here we just take a in this term. See, in this term B square cos square theta, B square sin square. So B square is common out. So cos square plus sin square and 2AB cos theta. So that's 2AB cos. So what is this actually? Use this one, use the trigonometry rule. What is this? Cos square theta plus sin square theta 1, as we know. So put this value, we get the final answer. So what is R? So R is equal to under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So this is the resultant of two vectors. Magnitude of resultant of two vector. Okay, you must be remember, if the angle between A and B, if the angle between A and B is theta, then resultant of any vector is given as a under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Now what is the direction? See, direction with the A, you also find the direction with the B. Let's see, find the direction with the A. Suppose its angle is what? Alpha. Angle is what? Alpha. So direction, we just find the direction with A. Okay, so direction of resultant with the A. So if the angle between the A and R is alpha, then find this one. So use again in triangle OYZ. So in triangle OYZ, so see, tan alpha is equal to opponent upon adjacent, opponent upon adjacent. So find out this one. So tan alpha is equal to YZ upon OY. tan alpha is equal to yz upon oy. So yz is as it is, upon oy is what? Oy means ox plus xy. So ox plus xy. So put this all value, we know here, see, all these values are written here, this one. So put this all value. So xy is a b cos theta, yz is a b sin theta, and ox is a. So put this one. So what is the answer? So tan alpha is equal to b sin theta upon ox. Ox means what? A. Okay, so a plus xy is b cos theta. So this is the direction of resultant. What is this? Direction. So direction of resultant alpha is equal to tan inverse b sin theta upon a plus b cos theta. Okay, with a, with which vector? A. So you must be note here, if this you want to finding out this resultant with b, then answer is what? Tan inverse a sin theta upon b plus a cos theta. If you have to finding out this resultant with the b, then answer is what? Tan inverse a sin theta upon b plus a cos theta. Okay, exactly like this. So direction is nothing. Direction means what? Angle. Direction means what? Angle. Okay, if you, that is a straight line, then you just rotate by some angle, then this theta is gives us direction. Theta is what? Gives us direction. So here theta is named as alpha. Theta is named as alpha. So alpha is equal to tan inverse. Then at tan alpha, then you just find, then it is becomes tan inverse. So tan inverse b sin theta upon a plus b cos theta. So that is the answer with a. What? With a. So here we find the result, magnitude of resultant as well as direction of resultant. Here we find this both the thing, magnitude of resultant and direction of resultant. You must be remember this both this equation, and it is very helpful for us. Okay, all of you guys note this full theory. Then after we are discuss some special cases. So that is a sum of two vectors. Okay, let's we just write the special cases. So case 1, if theta is equal to 0 degree. If theta is 0 degrees means a and b both are in the same direction. If a and b both are in the same direction, like this, see, this is a and this is b, means parallel. Means what? Parallel. If theta is 0, then what is the resultant? See, so resultant r is equal to under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos 0. So cos 0 is always 1, as we know. Here cos 0 is what? 1. So put this value, it is equal to 1, you get the final answer. So r is equal to under root a square plus b square plus 2ab. So this is what? Actually a plus b whole square. Whole square and under root cancel out. Whole square under root both are cancelled out. So what is resultant? So resultant is equal to a plus b. Resultant is what? A plus b. But when the theta is equal to 0, otherwise not. If theta is 0, then and then only you just write it. Okay, otherwise not. Let's see, just comes to the case 2. Case 2, if theta is equal to pi. If theta is pi, then what? See, this is a and this is b, means anti-parallel. Means what? Anti-parallel. So what happen in this situation? So in this type of cases, r is equal to under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos pi. And what is cos pi? Cos pi is equal to minus 1. That is well known value. So put here. So r is equal to under root a square plus b square minus 2ab. That's what? Minus 2ab. So a plus b whole square, then what? A square plus b square plus 2ab. So a minus b whole square means what? A square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, so square and root cancel out. So what is resultant? So resultant is equal to a minus b. So when two vectors are anti-parallel, means two vectors are having means two vectors are in opposite direction, then resultant is a minus b. If two vectors are having a are in the same direction, then resultant is equal to a plus b. And case 3, okay, what is, if theta is equal to pi by 2, means a is like this and b is like this, so pi by 2 means what, perpendicular. What is this, perpendicular. So what happen in this situation, see, if two vectors are perpendicular, so write down under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos pi by 2, and we know cos pi by 2 is equal to what, 0. What is cos pi by 2? 0. So put this is equal to 0. So remaining is what, r is equal to under root a square plus b square. So this is the like a right angle triangle. That is like a right angle triangle. So that is the 3 special cases. So out of these three, which resultant is having a maximum magnitude? So case 1 having a plus b. So this one is represents maximum. Okay, and case 2 is represents r minimum. So when you have to finding out the maximum magnitude, then arrange the two vectors along a same direction. If you have to, if you want a minimum magnitude, then you arrange the two vector in a opposite direction. Okay, so from this, our maximum is what, a plus b, our minimum is what, a minus b. Okay, so let's we write the some notes, special note. So from this, what is our maximum? A plus b. What is our minimum? A minus b. At that time theta is equal to 0 degree. Here theta is equal to pi. Theta 0 is a minimum angle. Theta 0 is what? Minimum angle between two vectors, and theta pi is what, actually maximum angle between two vectors. So any resultant, if you have a two vectors, you arrange any type of this, okay, then you get the resultant of this two vector at any, you arrange any angle, then it is between, it must be between these two, it must be between the r maximum and r minimum. Okay, so resultant of any two vector must be between r minimum and r maximum. Okay, it means r minimum less than or equal to r less than or equal to r maximum. It means a minus b less than or equal to under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta less than or equal to r maximum. Okay, so that is a important notes, you must be note it. Okay, you must be note in, if you get any resultant value, any resultant is must be between these two, r minimum and r maximum. If you have a two vectors, you arrange these two vector at any angle between 0 to pi, at any angle between 0 to pi, so then r minimum is when you get the r minimum, then theta is equal to pi. When you get the r maximum, when theta is equal to 0. And for other cases, that's value is between these two. This is helpful in MCQ. This note is used in a MCQ. We solve number of problem based on. Okay? All of you guys note this. Then after we are go to this next one. Note it. Let's see. So here that is some 3 special cases, and you must be note it. When the two vectors having same direction, r maximum. Okay, this one is r maximum, and this one is r minimum. And if you two vectors are perpendicular, then under root a square plus b square is resultant. It is what? Resultant. Okay, now note it. Let's see. Subtraction of two vector. Subtraction of two vectors. what is the meaning of subtraction? See, suppose you have a two vectors, A is like this and B is like this. Okay, if you have two vectors A and B like this, so what is the meaning of A minus B? That is a summation. You just take a minus B somewhere here. You just consider, suppose if B is like this, and where is the minus B? Minus means opposite direction. Minus means what? Opposite direction. So if you have to finding out the subtraction, then resultant R is equal to what? A minus B. Resultant R is equal to what? A minus B. So that's nothing. This is equal to, it's also write like this, R, it is written in this form. See, R is equal to A plus minus B, means summation of A and minus B. Subtraction means what? Subtraction of any two vectors means what? Summation of A and minus B. Okay, so you just sum up, you just arrange this summation. See, these two vectors. Okay, so A and minus B. So if B is in this direction, then must be minus B is in this direction. If angle between A and B, suppose consider theta, angle between what? A and B is what? Theta. Then you just using this method, then you get the same answer, only you just put one negative sign. Okay, so what is resultant actually? So that is A, here it is minus B, here it is what? Minus B, then resultant is this one. Resultant is this one. Okay, that is actually method is same. Method is same, method does not different, you must be understand. Okay, and this angle is what? Theta. So this angle is what? Theta. So after simplification, you getting this type of answer. You must be remember the method. Magnitude of resultant, magnitude of resultant, R is equal to under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Okay, so here only you just choose this, you just replace this plus sign with the minus sign. That is a magnitude of resultant. And if angle, then what? Tan alpha. So alpha is equal to tan inverse B sin theta upon A plus B cos theta, as we derived. Okay, then here again you replace this positive sign with the negative sign, you getting this answer. Okay, so that is the resultant. Means when you just want a subtraction of two vector, you are using this method. And you just derive this relation by the using of the previous one. Whatever we are just use some method to finding out this one. See, we are just use this method for summation. Exactly similar method we use for subtraction also. Okay, and finally after calculation you get this answer. So you remember this two result for subtraction. For subtraction we must be remember this two result. Okay, so let's see. And if you have to try to solve out this problem, then you just draw the figure in such a way. This, see, I am drawing the figure, and you just solve out this problem by yourself. Okay, so that is what? A. This is what? Minus B. So it is actually resultant. Okay, it is what? Resultant. You just making a component here. See, so it is B, and you just take component like this. You just use the point here, so get this answer. This point is O, this point is X, Y and Z. So you have a triangle, and then you just get this answer. Okay, so resultant is equal to what here? Resultant is equal to OX square plus XZ square. Resultant is what? OX square plus OXZ square, and this is our resultant, R square, and angle is supposed to be alpha. Then what is tan alpha? Tan alpha is equal to XZ upon xz upon ox. So you put all this value, you getting this final answer. Okay, so you just trying to solve out this problem by yourself, but that is result. Then after calculating you get this answer. Okay, so all of you guys note this one, then after we go to this next. Okay, note it. And now you can draw this, use the parallelogram, you get the answer. See, parallelogram. You must be understand how to draw this parallelogram. The result does not change. See, suppose your A is this one, B is this one, and the resultant is this one. Angle between A and B is what? Theta, and this one is alpha. Then how you draw the parallelogram for the same situation? See, you just arrange the A wherever it is given. So A is somewhere here. Now you draw the B somewhere here. At what angle? Theta. At theta angle you just draw the B like this. Now you just draw a one parallel line to A at the head of the B. One parallel line at B parallel to A, and its length is also equal to A. Its length is also equal to A. Now you just draw another line. You draw another line at the head of A, which is parallel to B. So which is parallel to B like this. So see, parallelogram is created. So this hypotenuse, this one is a resultant in parallelogram. So this both figure are exactly similar, and here alpha is this one, here alpha is this one. Okay, and you just draw the component like this. So if this is what? B, so what is this? B sine theta. What is this? B cos theta, and that is the theta. Actually I am just telling to all of you, you must be draw this type of figures. This both are equivalent. See, this both are equal. You just draw the below part. You just draw the below part of this parallelogram, then you getting this answer. See, here it is A, here it is B, and that is what? Resultant. Exactly same. So use the parallelogram, you get the same answer. Use the parallelogram, you get the same answer. Okay, so sometimes we also using the parallelogram, and sometimes we just using the triangle. So we have a two method to finding out the summation of the two vectors, maybe triangle method, maybe some parallelogram method. So if you draw the triangle, if you draw this figure, then triangle method. If you draw this figure, then parallelogram method. But your resultant does not change. What is the resultant here? A square plus b square under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. What is the resultant here? Under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Okay, only just figure is different. Only the figure is different. Okay, all of you guys note this figure also, parallelogram, how to draw the parallelogram. Okay, let's see. So this subsection also find by using the parallelogram. But how to draw the parallelogram? You just arrange the two vectors at the theta angle. You just arrange the two vectors at the theta angle, and draw the one draw the two sides of parallelogram. You complete this two sides of the parallelogram by the drawing the two lines which is parallel to A and B, which is parallel to A and B. Then resultant is what? The resultant is the one hypotenuse. Resultant is what? One hypotenuse. Okay, all of you guys note it.